This is your sign to level up. Combine fasting with kettlebell training and unleash your power. It's no secret that kettlebell training is monumental and transformational when it comes to the body and when it comes to overall health. But by combining kettlebell training with fasting at the same time, you're really going to expand on your benefits and really boost your health through the roof. I can't stress that enough. But before I get down to the nuts and bolts of why this modality combined together works so well, make sure to like and share this video and make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the concentration factor when it comes to kettlebells and working out in a fasted state with kettlebells. When you fast by itself, your ability to concentrate goes through the roof. One of the top reasons why this is you are less likely to make absolutely egregious errors when you're doing kettlebell training. This translates nicely into intricate maneuvers that you do. Because remember, kettlebell training is much like golfing. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice and a lot of intonation of the body and mind connection in order to pull off moves much like a golf swing. You are much less likely to commit errors when doing kettlebell training, especially when you're doing intricate maneuvers. There is a lot of fine-tuning points to take into consideration to master a golf swing. Well, kettlebells are no different. When you see people doing kettlebells, you may think, oh, that looks easy. And then you pick up a kettlebell and you think you're doing it correctly, but guess what? There are a million things you have to think about. By working out in a fasted state, you are going to be able to have a higher level of concentration and you're going to be able to master your moves a lot better and a lot quicker. This, in turn, will help reduce your risk for injury as well. Another point to take into consideration when it comes to kettlebells and working out in a fasted state is the fact that you can move with more efficiency without food sloshing around in your gut. You know those people that do high-intensity workouts who end up vomiting and they brag about it and they think they're cool? Well, guess what? You're not cool when you vomit and you're working out. That's just plain stupidity. Because you eat too much food too close to your workout and that causes issues and problems. This comes into play especially with kettlebells when you're doing complexes. When you pair 1 or 2 or 3 movements together in a row in order to do a fun little thing called a complex. The last thing you want to deal with when you're doing a complex is a big old pile of food sloshing around in your gut. That's going to make you move around like a baby walrus as opposed to a greased up cheetah. And by the way, that's my friend Dave in the background there doing very good, clean, resistance band internal rotations. Another reason why working out in a fasted state with kettlebells can unleash your power and your skills and your ability is because you are able to breathe easier when you're doing it. Kettlebell workouts are very arduous, my friend, if you haven't figured that out by now. When you eat a meal and then go try to work out, especially with kettlebells, your breathing is going to be labored. It's going to feel like an elephant is standing on your chest, and you're going to be huffing and puffing, and it's going to feel like you have emphysema and like you've been smoking for 50 years. Not one thing about that is very cool or appealing. You don't even have to think about it when you're doing kettlebell training in a fasted state. It's a non-issue. And this especially holds true when you're doing exercises like ballistics, such as cleans, high pulls, snatches, and those type of exercises. I think there was an Afrin commercial a while ago, or one of those nasal sprays that said you shouldn't have to wait to breathe. Well, guess what? When you're doing kettlebell training, you shouldn't have to wait to breathe either. Forego the eating, walk into the gym fasted, or walk into your home studio fasted, grab your kettlebells and start slinging. It'll be a game changer for you. Another point to take into consideration is you will burn more fat over time. Because you'll be working out in a fasted state and doing kettlebells, which are arduous, which I already mentioned, you're going to be able to burn fat more efficiently, not only during your workouts, but an extended period of time when they're over. This will translate over to other drills that you choose to do in your workouts, such as body weight maneuvers, especially ones that are complex and higher intensity. Can you imagine how hard drills like this would be if you had excess weight in your body, especially in your stomach? It would be really hard. So not only do you get a better effect with other drills you do, but it also is going to impact your health too, because less belly fat means higher level of health overall and less risk for all-cause mortality and disease. And we want to do anything we possibly can every hour of every day to improve our health and boost our longevity. And the last point I want to make about working out with kettlebells in a fasted state is they transfer over nicely to cardio workouts. I already mentioned how this has a transfer effect to doing body weight drills with less fat on your body. Well, when you're starting to do cardio in a fasted state, doing kettlebell training in a fasted state is going to allow you to do cardio in a fasted state with more efficiency and tact, and it will be less hard when you first start doing cardio in a fasted state. In other words, there is this carryover effect with kettlebells with other areas of parameters of fitness, known as the what the hell effect or the what the heck effect, if you don't like to say hell, but I don't really care. Simply put, it's unexplainable, But when you do kettlebell training, it translates into other areas of your fitness. So if you're trying to do cardio workouts in a fasted state and you've never done it before, but you're doing some kettlebell work in a fasted state, there's going to be a nice carryover between both workouts. So when you hop on an exercise bike, or if you're doing any kind of bodyweight cardio or jump rope or running or anything like that, you're going to be dialed right in and you're going to be able to optimize your performance over there. This can translate to more fat being burned, better cardiovascular health, and a further reduction in disease risk. All in all, I'm highly suggesting that you start practicing working out with kettlebells in a fasted state and experience all these benefits I was just talking about and all these little nuances that you can expect to get when you combine these two modalities together. Once again, make sure to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with everybody you know. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and grab yourself a set of kettlebells in a fasted state. Till next time.